Portfolio building can be a challenge regardless of what asset class we're talking about, so crypto or otherwise. But I would argue the challenge is more significant in crypto because this is a space, as you know, where the news and the developments and the updates and the projects themselves move so quickly. FOMO is also a very big deal. And so how exactly can you build a successful portfolio with pretty good ROI without taking excessive, unnecessary risks? In other words, a portfolio that does its job and actually allows you to sleep at night. We're going to break down the methodology and focus a little bit more on the structures themselves of the portfolios. I'm going to present you in this video with 3 options, and based on your risk aversion, that's personal to everybody, based on your profile and your investment preferences, you're going to be able to see which of these 3 portfolio options works best for you. Welcome to the channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. All the best of luck if you choose to invest. I hope your portfolios do very, very well for you. Just remember, I am not a financial or investment advisor, and as such, this video, of course, is not official financial or investment advice. So, like I said, today we're looking at something a little bit different for you. We know that altcoins have been down lately. We're experiencing a little bit of a pump now, which is nice. But a serious alt season has not yet started. Let's be honest here. That being said, of course, and as always, we're preparing for it. We do expect it to happen. And as long as it has not yet happened, that means we're in that time frame where it's best to set up your portfolio for big ROIs in the future. That time is now to do that legwork, to set things up from which you will benefit in the future. So with that in mind, we present 3 different portfolio options that we think could get us the ROI that we're looking for here in the context, of course, of the altcoin market for this crypto bull run. Now, here they are. I'm going to justify all our selections in a little bit more detail, but just to break these down quickly now. Portfolio A contains Bitcoin, Solana, and a meme coin. Portfolio B contains Ethereum, Chainlink, and an AI coin. And Portfolio C contains Immutable X, Cardano, a DePIN altcoin, and an RWA, a real-world asset altcoin. Okay, let's break that down. Listen up if you're watching this as a trader, because we have a great find for you. We found an exchange that gives you the best of both worlds. Want to trade spot markets on over 400 trading pairs without KYC? Now you can. Want to trade perpetual markets with over 150 trading pairs with KYC? You can also do that. The only exchange that we've seen in the market that lets you do both simple spot trading without KYC and perps trading with KYC globally is BYDFi. And along with the great fees and almost no slippage on trade orders, you also get up to $8,698 in bonuses for trying BYDFi, along with a free month of our money-making Altcoin Buzz Alpha service just for giving BYDFi a try. Again, you are getting our flagship Altcoin Buzz Alpha service free for a month. Check out BYDFi by clicking the link in the description of this video below. Let's start here with Portfolio A, in which, again, we have Bitcoin, Solana, and a meme coin. Let's dig in a little bit further here. To begin with, first and foremost, we have Bitcoin. BTC is the original, it is the best, and every portfolio should have some Bitcoin. We say this over and over again. If you have no Bitcoin in your portfolio, the fact is that you're doing it wrong. BTC is also the largest and lowest risk project in the crypto industry. Detractors will ask the question, can Bitcoin fail? And if I'm going to be honest and candid, the answer is yes, there is a slim chance. But the thing is, each passing year, that reality becomes less and less likely. And seeing 6 or 7 figures for one BTC, that actually becomes more likely as a possibility as time goes by. And then after Bitcoin, we have Solana, our darling Sol, S-O-L. And of the large cap projects, Solana actually has the highest ROI of any project in the top 40 by market cap over the last year. And that's because in the top 100, we only have a handful of some fast-growing projects like Bonk, Akash, and Fetch that have actually done better than Solana. BitTensor as well, I suppose, ticker TAO. But these are the exceptions to the rule. So the performance of Sol has been unbelievable, but not just that. They are far, other than Bitcoin, the top performing layer 1 chain. Which of course means if you like layer 1 chains as an investment, then Solana needs to be on your radar. And then after Solana in this portfolio, we are saving a little bit of room for a wild card, a meme coin in this case, which could 500x, or it could also go to 0 just as easily. If you went with the most conservative of meme coins, then that would mean Doge, D-O-G-E, maybe Shiba Inu, maybe Pepe if you prefer. But the thing is, if we're going to have a meme coin, we should probably embrace it and accept the fact that risk certainly comes with it. That's part and parcel of meme coin territory. So if you follow me so far with that in mind, and assuming you didn't choose Dogecoin, Shiba, or Pepe, I'd probably look at Popcat, ticker POPCAT. It's one of the leading meme coins on Solana, and Solana is where all the meme coin activity outside of Bitcoin ordinals is happening right now. Look, I'm not a huge fan of meme coins. The risks associated with meme coins are huge, and the losses can be devastating. They can certainly negate your BTC and SOL gains if you allocate too much weight to your meme coin holding. But I have to admit that the potential ROI, if everything hits, could be in the hundreds of times, 500x potentially. So if you choose to invest in meme coins, it's not the worst idea in the world. My advice would be to allocate only a small proportion of your portfolio to the meme coin holding. But yeah, holding one is not a bad idea. Okay, we move now to Portfolio B, which is all about EVM. So first, and probably obviously, we have Ethereum. This is because its size, its network effects, and the number of apps and ecosystems built on ETH, they simply speak for themselves. Plus, with its huge liquidity advantage, ETH is uniquely positioned to take advantage of the RWA, the real-world asset narrative. Because after all, think about it. People are going to want to tokenize assets in places with the liquidity to buy that asset. Following ETH, we have one of our favorite infrastructure plays in the form of Chainlink. Now, we certainly have a few Link Marines here at Altcoin Buzz, myself included. This is my favorite project, personally. So generally speaking, we at Altcoin Buzz are fans. That's especially true in my case. Anything of quality in infrastructure in general, also interoperability and making smart contracts work better, this is something that we're always going to be in favor of. And it's one of the reasons that I love Chainlink, because in the case of Link, it's got all three that I just mentioned. Chainlink's all-time high is about a 4x from where we currently stand. We're at $16.71. The all-time high was in the $52 range. It should get there. It should also go higher. Its current market cap, as you can see, is $9.95 billion. This is easily, in my opinion, a $100 billion project and more. Just my take personally. I have a little bit of bias here, but I think it's safe to say that Chainlink, given everything it's doing, given the picks and shovels, the infrastructure approach of this project, the fact that all other projects kind of depend on oracles like Chainlink, I think that it's bound for a $100 billion plus market cap in this cycle and beyond that in the not too distant future. And now we're going to finish up this second portfolio with one of our favorite narratives in the form of artificial intelligence. And one of our favorites in the AI space is Render. Render makes access to GPU computing power easier and cheaper, and that's especially the case for newer AI projects. All AI, but especially image-related AI, so think Midjourney, they have to use tons of computing power to train their models or render their images. That's where the project gets its name from, right? And at $4.2 billion in terms of a market cap, Render also has the potential, in my opinion, to be a $100 billion plus project. The risks here are more macro, industry-wide risks. And the biggest risk here is crypto as a system to challenge the legacy system doesn't fulfill its promise. Like with Render, if people don't believe in a decentralized solution, for example, they're just going to go and buy NVIDIA chips for their project while renting space on Amazon Web Services. This could happen, true, but there are many worldwide that already think these big companies are too powerful as is, also too intrusive. I certainly feel that way. A related risk here is if smart contracts never get global acceptance. If this happens, then both Ethereum and Chainlink, of course, are going to suffer. And it's something that we should acknowledge, but I'd argue that the chances of that are very low. The ROI potential here, as with Portfolio A, is pretty significant. Let me know in the comments which of these two options, Portfolio A or Portfolio B, you prefer so far. And in just a moment, we'll jump into Portfolio C.
And so if this market pulls back hard under this level and then consolidates and comes back, we're likely to sell and stall.
Lastly, for today, we're looking at Portfolio C, which is kind of a under the radar portfolio, if you will. We're looking at some what I feel are undervalued altcoins at the moment, starting with Immutable X, ticker IMX. And that's because we like layer 2 gaming solutions. And if you think crypto gaming and Web3 gaming is going to grow, then IMX is going to be a natural fit and should appear in your portfolio. Then after that, we have ADA. Cardano can seem sometimes like the forgotten layer 1 chain. It's been a little bit isolated from other chains, admittedly. That's the case even with the new bridge our friends at OneChain just integrated to make moving funds in and out of Cardano much easier. Okay, and then for DePIN, we're going to pick 2 emerging leaders here who have also been under the radar for a while. One of them is Arweave. This is one of the undisputed leaders in decentralized storage. And the fact is that it's been volatile lately. It happens to be down today as I record, but at $44.37 currently, it's a pretty good entry price at $2.9 billion market cap. Our second DePIN selection here is Serenity Shield. Its Strongbox service is basically like the Dropbox of Web3. And with its unique key management done via NFT, it's doing something that no one else in DePIN is currently doing right now. It offers a system that guarantees the safety of your storage account. From its lofty peak in January of $1.05, it is down right now about 70%. But just like Arweave, we see this current price of 32 cents as a quality entry price. And then finally, in the RWA space, real world assets, we have one last selection, Ondo. They have come seemingly out of nowhere to become a legitimate leader in RWA implementations right now. They have tokenized US Treasury investments in 2 types and categories. There's one for professionals and the other for individuals. And we are going to see a lot more of this moving forward. Generally speaking, risks here include gaming or DePIN as an alternative system not reaching their full potential. Another risk is regulation hurting the RWA sector. This is especially true of certain strategic governments like the US, China, South Korea possibly. So yes, there are risks here, but the risk to reward ratio is very good on the whole for this portfolio. Let me know which one of these you like best now that you've seen all 3. Maybe you'd prefer to mix and match some of the projects and some of the altcoins that we've selected. But let me know which portfolio you feel offers the lowest risk and on the flip side, which offers the highest potential ROI. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this one and where you'd fit in terms of your investment profile. Let me know in the comments below.